Oddly enough, I was running away from the sector. Both my parents were in finance, and probably the one cliche is that my biggest door opener is probably my mother, because she is the one that will carry me and hold me to my dreams. She will hold me to my goals, but she's also one that ensures that I stick to what I say I'm going to do. But I studied political science and I did my master's in social policy. And when the door opened for me was 2018, when I figured that maybe I should now start looking for a job. And I remember sitting in front of three white men, and they were all directors of BJM, and they were saying I'm overqualified. And all I wanted was for that door to be opened. So for me, my door opened in 2018, and I walked in December 2018. So my door literally opened in November, and it was opened by three white men: Tony Barrett, Timothy Vince Gillings, and Mark Appleton. I will never forget the day that they gave me an opportunity to walk into stockbroking, wealth management, and asset management. And it also just everything that I was running away from, because both my parents were in banking and finance. 16 years later is everything that I live for, I love, and I want to open the same doors for other people. The one thing that I'm always talking about when I speak to people is that underrepresented communities, when they think ICT or they think finance or wealth management, they're always going into the usual suspect jobs. And in wealth management, it's always, let me be a financial planner or let me be a bank teller. And I'm always talking to people and saying there's so much more to it. There's wealth structuring. You can be a wealth specialist. You can be a stockbroker. And it is a male-dominated industry, yes, but girls need to understand that they can also hold their position in there. It all needs you to walk in there prepared and ready to do the work for it, and then you'll be able to flourish within the industries. We can't genderize roles. We've actually noticed over the years that we all need each other, first things first. But for that young girl, we want her to own her dream. But in owning her dream, also understand that you need to show up, show off, and work hard. It just means that whatever industry you want to work into, be ready to study, be ready to walk into meetings prepared. Yes, as a woman, you have to work triple times harder than a man. But as long as you are willing to do the work, and as long as you are willing to go the mile, then you, young black child, you, young woman, you can also own a seat at that table. And once you are sitting at the table, please don't be apologetic about it as well. Know that you earned your way there. I think every day is just purposeful. Within my sector, it says treat your customers fairly. And TCF just means that whatever you do for your clients, they need to be in line with what your client is trying to achieve and trying to preserve the funds. So there can't be any mismanagement or just willy-nilly do things for the sake of doing them. So for me, it aligns with my purpose because I'm very client-centric. I always say that our industry is very saturated and there are a lot of other service providers within this sector, but the differentiator is about servicing. The differentiator is about being client-centric differentiator is about you treating and putting your client first, and also understanding that yes, you're making the money, but you also have to preserve it and also grow it. I truly believe, even in wealth management, we need the right systems in place. So technologically, we need technological enhancements. Yes, we've been seeing a big growth of AI there, but we cannot negate the fact that we need the end producer, which is that girl in ICT, the one that will make the right systems that will incorporate into our family offices, into our wealth management spaces. They need to ensure that while developing these systems are ones that they can sell to the right corporates, to the right family offices, to the right financial advisors, ones that will assist us with our CRM systems, with our invoicing systems, but also with PR and communication to the extended clientele. Education. I think first and foremost, education. But the other thing is access. Ensuring that kids have access to computers, have access to the education to teach them how to use these computers, but also education of how they can grow within these spheres. I think at Solo, the one thing that she did mention was the fact that it's about ensuring that even the underprivileged communities have access to where she's growing towards. For me, transformation, education, and inclusivity is all about education, and access to market. The one thing that I've learned in my space is that there's a lot of philanthropy going out there. So investors that are willing to be philanthropic, and also ensuring that they're investing in the right systems, in the right communities, and also in growth of individuals. What returns? For me, philanthropy is not about returns, but ensuring that you are paying it forward for the next person. But as an investor, yes, we all know it's about the bottom line and how it comes back to you. The only way it can come back to you is ensuring that the person that you are building is skilled enough to also be included within your company or within other companies, and that in turn becomes a return. It goes back to education. Can we ensure that kids start this at a younger age, where sustainable growth and long-term impact starts from when they're still younger? Underprivileged kids get access to these opportunities when they're in high school, some even for the first time when they're in university. Access to these things from grade 1, grade 2, where my child is doing coding and she's only in grade 2. It's things like this that we need to ensure are there, because this will also ensure that there is attraction in future investments, ensuring that these kids will be able and ready to provide the skills that are needed within all the different spheres. My business case is as easy as, can we not genderize roles? If a woman is as qualified as a man, and if a woman has the right education as a man, then we can't genderize it. Include them because they are qualified, include them because they are equipped and have the right skills to do the job that they need to do or that you require them to do.